Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Strickland and I will be your professor for human growth and development. First, I want to say that I'm so excited to have you in class. And some of you, this is your first time to Northwest Florida State College, so we're so excited to have you here at the college. What I want to do in this video is just kind of introduce myself a little bit about my background, and then the course. I know most people are worried about how the course is going to work. And for some of you, this is your first online class, so I definitely want to go over some of the format and how the course is going to run throughout the semester. So first, just a little bit about myself. What I love about teaching human growth and development, not only was it part of my doctoral dissertation, I focused on early childhood cognition and fairy tales, love fairy tales, but human growth and development is a pre-professional course for many students in specific programs. For most of our students here at Northwest Florida State College who are going into nursing, into radiography, and we're going to have a physical therapy program coming up, this is actually one of the first courses that you are required to take. So it's really nice to have students coming into human growth and development who are interested in getting into a field, and many have an idea about what they want to get into and kind of know the direction. So I get to see you first before you move on to some of your other courses. So that's nice. Students going into education need human growth and development, so it's nice to talk to students who are wanting to go into teaching, because we do need teachers. And so that's kind of nice to get their perspective from an educational background. And then students who are interested in my field, psychology, developmental psych, human growth and development are actually required courses if you're going to be a psych major. So just kind of keep that in mind. So what's nice is students come into the course having kind of an idea about what they want to go into and the careers that they want to go into, and that I think is important. I also have students that want to take human growth and development because they want to be a parent someday and they just kind of want to know the entire lifespan. And when you think about this course, it is about you. We are going to be studying humans. This is our entire course curriculum and instruction is about how humans, from, I like to say, womb to tomb, develop throughout each of the different stages. So I think at the end of the semester, not only will it be a course that's important for your career in the future, and this is what's nice about this course, is you can use it. I mean, it's just amazing how so many students will tell me at the end of the semester, if you want to be a parent, you should be required to take this class. It's just one of those courses that no matter what, it stays with you. And for you pre-professionals, this is really important. I have friends who are nurses, and they actually get asked on a daily basis about development, either from a biological perspective, cognitive, or even emotional. So that's what's nice about this course, is it carries on not only to your other courses that you will take, but also when you leave the college and you go on and you go out into your career, this is going to be a valuable course and then the information. So again, I'm so excited to have all of you in class. I actually have one of the first discussion questions, and I'll talk about the course here in just a minute, that ask if you are a pre-professional. I kind of like to know the students that are taking human growth, if you are one of our medical programs, or if you're going into education, early childhood education, or if you're interested in psychology. That kind of just gives me a perspective at the beginning of the semester, like the demographics of who I have in the course. So that way I can see, okay, 2/3 of the students here are all, medical majors. Maybe I need to emphasize more, in the medical world or biological information. So that kind of gives me an idea about what is going on. I have taught developmental psychology and human growth and development throughout my entire teaching career. Just to kind of give you an idea about my background, I have 3 degrees in psych, 2 degrees in education. And I have taught from the very beginning of my teaching career developmental psychology, and then when I got on board here, I've been teaching human growth and development the entire time that I've been here. And I have to say, what I really enjoy about the class is that it's a work in progress. Human development is a work in progress. What I taught 5 years ago, what we know about humans and how they develop, is different than what we know today. And technology has helped us to understand more and more about how we develop and how those changes take place. I taught about genetics more than almost anything. I mean, genetics are such a huge part of what we study in human development. 10 years ago, we were only talking about the fact there might be a DNA test. Now there is a DNA test. So you can see that this is a course where even though you finish this course, you will continue to learn in your career, specifically in the lifespan of how it works. So I do have a huge background in all the fields of psychology. My specialty is clinical and counseling. That's why I teach the abnormal psychology courses here. My specialty in the academics is diagnosing and assessment. But I also have the education in human development, specifically early childhood cognition. So I can bring some of my academic background into the course as well. My practical experience, if some of you have had me for other courses, or if you're new, so you're going to be hearing this for the first time, I have a huge animal background. I started right after high school training marine mammals. I was a professional marine mammal trainer. I worked down at Miami Aquarium. We had many species of dolphins down there. And what is interesting, and I think back about this, is that I was there when the dolphins that I was working with, the female dolphins I was working with, gave birth. So not only did I see how humans develop being a mom, I've seen how dolphin mothers and pods of these animals, work together to raise, this dolphin. And I can make some of those comparisons because, as you know, they're very intelligent animals. And I went on to also work at Miami Metro Zoo, where I worked with large cats, I worked with primates, I worked with birds of prey, snakes, everything. I worked the whole thing. Wherever they needed me as a trainer, Miami Metro Zoo is where they sent me. But I had a really neat experience with one of our orangutans because she had been hand raised herself, and when she had her baby, she wasn't quite sure what to do. So myself and another trainer actually, basically the first 6 months, hand raised an orangutan. But we ended up training her how to be a mother. But see, what does that tell you about even mothering? And so I can go back and make some of those comparisons. So for those animal people in the class, definitely let me know if you have an interest in animals. We can definitely have some conversations about that. But so not only do I bring my academics into the course, I also bring my practical experience into the course as well. And I think by the end of the semester and end of this course, you'll gather that knowledge about how humans develop biologically, how they develop cognitively, and how they develop emotionally. And I think that that's going to be important information for you as you progress in your academic journey. So again, so excited to have you in the class. Okay, the course. I know that's a big anxiety issue as well, especially for some of you who have not taken an online class before. I try to keep it very, very simplistic. I rather you enjoy the material and learn than having to worry about all this other technical stuff. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. Each week I will make an announcement. So if you go into Blackboard, you're into Blackboard because you're watching this video, to start hitting on all the buttons, just to open up all the folders. If you go over, there's like 3 little dots to the side. If you go over and press that, it'll open up and you can download the information or whatever document that you need. So everything is labeled for you in Blackboard. Everything I have labeled. And the most important is that syllabus. Make sure that you download that syllabus if you need to print it out. As not only it tells you everything that is required for the course and completion of the course, is I have that class scheduled as well. So each week it tells you exactly where you are, what chapters you need to focus your readings, what is due, and that's something that I will do for you guys too. Each week I will say, hey, I just opened up this quiz and it's going to stay open this amount of time. Or I've opened up a critical thinking exercise. You need to answer this discussion question. So I'm going to tell you each week, it follows the schedule, but I'll tell you each week what needs to be done. So don't worry about that. I'm gonna let you know. Also, too, I have my number on the syllabus. I don't mind you texting me or calling me. That I've done that the past couple of semesters and it's worked out beautifully. That way I know there's a problem, you tell me right away. I can try to rectify the situation or tell you where to go, like who to contact. That happened several times this summer where something was wrong with the student, couldn't open up the document, and I was able to get her to LTech like right away. They helped her out within like 2 seconds. They're amazing people in LTech. and they will definitely help you out. And it was done, and it's like anxiety gone. So text me, call me. That's not a problem. Even just text me on the weekend and say, hey, just wanted to say hi, hope all is well. The only time I don't bring my phone is when I'm down at the barn with my horse, because my horse and phones, I don't know what it is about him, but I will leave it in the house. And then half the time I forget it at the barn and have to go down there. But I will definitely, check it when I get back in. I usually carry it around with me. I have 2 kids, they're in their 20s, but they still need their mom. And then I have, an aging mother who calls me. So I'm kind of that sandwich situation. That's actually a test question. So I'm the sandwich generation. So you kind of can kind of see that I have to keep my phone on me. So definitely do that. That's not a problem. So just kind of go through the course, open up the folders. Again, I'll have an announcement the first week just to kind of let you know. We are drop and add the first week, so students are still trying to get into classes. So there's not anything really due the first week. Once drop and add is over, that's when I start kind of, progressing with the course. Because I've had students at the last minute, the last hour, the last second, trying to get into the class to try to work out their schedule. So no worries on the first week. But again, excited to have you in class. We're going to have great discussions. I have discussion questions. In fact, I had that first discussion question just to kind of let me know if you are a pre-professional. That'd be kind of neat to see in the class, for the fall semester, where you're going and, what your degree plan. But then again, I'll make an announcement on the discussions after that. So again, excited to have you in class. I think by the end of the semester, you'll have just a huge knowledge of the lifespan of humans and go back and think, how did I survive 5 stages of development? you will think about it, and you have to think about it too. You've already survived 5 stages of development, some of you 6 stages. So you bring in a lived experience into this class. That's what's so nice about having conversations with students, is that I'll bring up a topic like maybe early childhood cognition or something, fairy tales, and people will go, oh yeah, I remember this fairy tale, or this is, somebody read all these stories to me. So you would definitely not only learn the knowledge, but you can go back and reflect your own development as well. So do that, get the syllabus. We'll get started in class. We're going to have a lot of fun. And again, excited to have you in class. Bye.